My favorite Christmas memory would be going to church with my family. Growing up, I was Catholic until I was about 14, and there was a couple services that they did, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and they did a midnight service on Christmas Eve, and I always wanted to go to that, and nobody else in my family did, but I was able to convince them because I was probably the baby and just always got my way, and I would never make it through a Christmas Eve service. Always fell asleep, just got there in time for a couple Christmas carols, never made it through the Father's message or anything like that. And was carried home, put into bed, and woke up the next morning after Santa came.
And we stayed, a whole family together, we're like probably 30 members on this Christmas Eve. We stay all the way until midnight with occasional champagne for the toast, so it's really nice just to be together as a family. And the jokes, and we get next to the piano and we sing, and it's really nice. And besides that, you always have the occasional text message from a friend, from my cousin, or a Facebook message from a friend who's in a different country from me. So it's really nice just to know they're like, hey, Merry Christmas, just so you know I think about you, have a great Merry Christmas, just to know that you have people around you. For me, that's Christmas. One day of the year, everybody can say they love each other.
First of all, I would say it means that God wants to be known. He wants us to know Him. He went to such lengths as to become one of us, to walk among us and to show us who He is and what He's like. After all those years of making Himself known through a series of actions, this is the great event in which He says, here's who I am. If you've seen me, Jesus says, you've seen the Father. This is the grand statement of the humility of God. God came low. Though He was rich, He became poor so that we might become rich. Here is this scene in this manger. He becomes the weakest thing in His own creation, so that He could lift us up. And this becomes the great statement of the greatness of God, and becomes the model for us so that we understand greatness as coming low and being humble and serving. So it means a lot to us.